Hello everybody, here's a quick video just giving you an update on my life a month into 2024. Not a whole lot a lot of exciting things have happened. In fact, most of it I have dedicated to having online therapy sessions to continue to work with through the mental and emotional turmoil that I have been going through last year, and unfortunately that stuff has been carrying over into the start of this year too. The only calendar events that I have coming up are that I am due for a haircut in just a couple of days, as you can probably see, and an annual eye exam next weekend. I haven't been doing a whole lot of creating as an artist because I have felt that I've needed to make restoring my mental health my priority at this time. Just a few personal art projects here and there, some developing my own stories that will simply be a matter of time before I can share them publicly, and taking care of my house, especially during a time when the East Coast has been getting hit with a barrage of floods, followed by blasts of extra cold weather that, of course, have been sweeping across the country. So, as I am working on myself some, looking after my mental health, I've been continuing my job search to find another day job to take place of the one I currently have, even though thankfully some of the things at my current job have improved for me, and it has taken some of the weight off my shoulders, so that much I am thankful for. Another thing that I've been working on that I want to mention is, and want to share, is that I've helped Dylan Perez of the channel Nightfall Films in editing his first entry in his series called The Disney Discussion. I recommend checking out his video and his channel. The video series is namely about what has been happening to Disney as a company at the turn of the 2020s, and the first video being about the failure of Bob Chapek's succession to Bob Iger. Dylan touches on some points that have already been discussed at length all across the internet, but it also touches on some less discussed details that are specifically mentioned in select sources, like the book The Disney War. So I recommend watching his video, which I'll link below, and I do recommend engaging with him in discussion on the topic, if it interests you, of course. It's meant to be an informative talk that illustrates the current business climate of Disney, and it's not meant to just join in on the current discourse surrounding Disney that so many other people have just gotten mindlessly caught up in. And I think that that's actually very valuable to talk about right now because it's a topic that is worth discussing currently. Even though I said that I have disassociated myself with Disney at any time, or at least I don't have any plans to consume their any content that they produce for the foreseeable future. It's a topic that has been on my mind lately, especially due to the fact that the writers and actors strike has supposedly been settled. I say supposedly because there was the news about how SAG-AFTRA apparently made a pro-AI movement vouching that actors' voices can be duplicated with AI so that actors themselves don't need an involvement. And now there's the animation strike coming up this summer, which I feel is also going to need fighting. Yeah. Because, as I've expressed the sentiment before when I've talked about art versus commerce, it's not enough to say that the people who bring these works to life, be it actors, writers, animators, what have you, to say that they just deserve to do the work that they do simply because they have talent and passion for it. They deserve to be treated right and properly compensated for doing it as well. So that they can make an actual sustainable living doing what they love, as anybody deserves to. Yeah, everybody does have the right to create stuff and to, of course, to watch whatever creations they find most entertaining. But I do think there gets to be a point where to show love and support for the artists means that it matters more to stand alongside them in their fight for the basic human rights for a sustainable living, rather than just to consume and praise the work that they create. Because after all, people can't just keep living giving to the rest of the world when they themselves are just spent. Trust me, I speak from this kind of experience, especially from what has been happening to me over the past year. I don't have a whole lot else to say in this update vlog for today because I don't feel that I'm thinking clearly enough at the moment to have any strong, lengthy discussions. I've just been turning to the people closest to me to try and help me get through what I'm going through. And as somebody who's always tried to be an optimistic person, with how burnt out I've been feeling lately, and with a culmination of a lot of things that have left a strain on my mental health, I'm having trouble setting the kind of example. I sometimes feel I'm having trouble setting the kind of example that I want to see, or radiating the kind of energy that I want to out into the universe. The only other thing that I can think of that is on my mind right now is that the channel Nando V Movies has started up another one dot 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 scene trend on the internet, on YouTube specifically, following the steps of the one villainous scene and the one musical scene. Since I did my own entries of those two, I'll have to see if this is something I can come up with my own discussion for as well, since this trend is specifically called one final scene and has to do specifically with the end of a franchise. I would have to think of which franchise specifically I would feel compelled to talk about. Now, I have pondered, I am continuing to ponder a few options so far. And that's all I have to say for right now. I look forward to hearing from you guys on how your new year is starting off, if you have anything special to share from your end, and I'll keep you guys updated on whatever my plans are for the future on this channel will be. Take care.